All right, folks, you are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of the West Coast Hip Hop. I forgot to play my music. There it is. All right, y'all, we are here. We are here. It is Tuesday, 6 o'clock someplace, probably on your clock. In the meantime, folks, I'm fresh from the Hip Hop till Eternity event. It's going down, y'all. I'll tell y'all about it. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. Eve after dark, the concerts in the park. You're live with your boy Lonzo, the Godfather of the West Coast Hip Hop. Yeah. We do this every Tuesday, y'all. Me and my main man, my right-hand man, we call it the Dusty one. Even call me the sidekick sometimes. I ain't going to do him like that, though. In the meantime, folks, here he is already on screen, ready to roll. What up?
If there's anybody I'd want to be a sidekick to, Lonzo, it would be you. Real talk. Most def. I'm glad to play passenger to your driver, my man. How's your day going, Duke?
Oh, man, you know what? It's been very interesting the last few days, man. This January has been an interesting January. It's like it just, because usually sometimes January take a dip, and it didn't take a dip this year. As soon as the holidays got out the way, I was right back on the grind. I just needed a little break, and we back here, Doc. So yeah, I'm doing some different things. I got some things going on as we speak. Been working all day long. And I'm having a ball. If I tell you anything else, I will sound ungrateful.
Not to mention half the country is snowed in and having below temperature weathers, and we were 80 degrees today in LA, bro.
Man, yeah, 80 degrees. I just put a coat on just for the hell of it. I don't even know why I put it on. It ain't that cold in the studio, but it looked good on the camera.
Yep. Well, we got a lot to talk about. First of all, tell us about the event, the hip hop event that some of your articles of hip hop are being displayed at. I'm going to that in a few weeks or whenever it opens. I know it's going to be open soon, right?
Well, you know what? I got a call yesterday morning. Clientele hit me. Hey, man, they having dinner tonight. They want you there. First, I was a little upset. I hate doing last minute shit. I'm a busy dude. I hate doing last minute shit, but just so happened I wasn't doing nothing. And I rolled down there, and I'm glad I did. And the display is amazing, man. It's really interesting how they got everything laid out. You walk into a little room, and you see television sets with old videos playing, and you got other little room. And I don't want to get a whole thing away, but it's a unique experience. And one of the ladies asked me, one of the curators asked me, what did I think about it? I said, "Do you want the PG version? You want what's that? Do you want the
or the Cat Williams version?" We'll start saying Cat Williams version now.
Cat Williams version. I said, you know what? It's a beautiful high-tech experience. Love it for that reason. My only problem is it's not enough West Coast in it. I don't see no E40, Too Short, ain't no Digital Underground. There might be a picture or two, but I don't see the representation of the West Coast that I would like to see. I have a coat displayed in there, the little tag on the side of it. It's cool. I could have been left out completely, but again, for us to have the history that we have, there's not enough West Coast representation. And I explained to another lady that it's going to be hard for y'all to come to LA and do things on West Coast hip hop and not include one of the pioneers. It ain't gonna happen. Now they got clientele working, great dude, but he wasn't around in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Clientele is probably one of the youngest guys on the West Coast, and I think he might be same age or younger than Cube, if I ain't mistaken. And when I was doing things, he was like 12 years old. So he's great. He's great for what he knows. But there's a whole nother segment that we have to go back to get the true roots of West Coast hip hop, and that's where I come in at. But I don't do it for free. I'm too old to work for free. I volunteer at the church. That's it. And the pastor start getting paid. I don't want to get paid too. That's what's happening. Other than that, man, it's beautiful. It was a great event. I was hanging out. They did us the courtesy of announcing us, being clientele both as being West Coast pioneers, asked us to stand up. People gave us a round of applause. And man, no sooner as I sat down, one of my female idols came up and walked up to me and like, how you doing? Tisha Campbell walked up to me, man. Gave me a big old hug. I said, damn well, you can't be this close to me and me not get a picture. Okay? You can't be this close to the Godfather and me not get a picture with Gina. It ain't gonna happen. So Yeah, it was kind of dope, Doc. I cannot complain at all. She was looking extra.
That's what's up. She's been looking good lately, man.
Yeah.
They did a little skit. I think it was for the Emmys or something not too long ago, where the whole cast of Martin, minus Tommy, of course, R.I.P., was on there. And Pam and I was always a Pam guy. I've always
And
liked
you and me
dark
both.
chocolate. I've always liked that dark, that onion booty, boy. Forget about
man.
it.
Come on, me and you both was Pam fans from the jump, Doc. I ain't mad at you at all. So yeah,
That's dope, man. That's dope.
it was cool,
Hey,
Doc.
but-
I had a
yeah.
good time.
Before we move on, man, you mentioned E40 and Too Short. I mean, those dudes were doing the same things you were doing back in the early 80s. They were pioneers of the independent game, so much so that many people have went on record saying they studied their blueprint. After a lot of people from the South have said that, people from New York have said they studied what E40 and Too Short and even Master P, who started on the West Coast, was doing. So to kind of leave them out of the hip hop celebration thing, that's almost blasphemous, man.
Well, I don't think they got left out per se intentionally. I just think that people don't understand the depth because some things everything don't go national. They may not be well received on the East Coast because East Coast has a different vibe. I listen for some reason my phone, when I hook my phone up to my car, I'm locked into the Wu-Tang channel. And the Wu-Tang channel is a great rappers. I never played a Wu-Tang club party in no song in no club. I played ODB. Maybe I got your money.
Maybe I like it raw or something like that. Yeah.
Baby,
I got your money. Exactly. Yeah.
I got your money. I never played a song from Wu-Tang Clan in the club. They're not club bangers. So that's because it's a different vibe. They're more verbal and more lyrical. No problem with that. But again, we more party. Too Short, E40, everybody. They got something for the dance floor. And that was always our main motivation.
Facts, the dance. Now let's talk a few things that are in the hip hop universe, Lonzo, and then I want to end it with some funny stories, some Lonzo stories. I have a few questions, some past questions from people, and it's all going to evolve around Lonzo stories, especially when it comes to hip hop. But of course, we got to take a trip to the Niggaverse, Lonzo. You got the soundtrack? Oh man,
what they do now? What they do?
Damn, bro.
What they
now
do?
I don't know. So I know a few weeks ago I said Sexy Red was the queen of the Niggaverse, but I think Krishan Rock is going to give her a run.
I saw
man.
that.
I don't know. Let's talk about Alonzo. Krishan Rock went viral. Let's rewind about a month ago when she got all of her Blueface tattoos covered up. Literally, she had faces of them on her neck. She goes, gets them all covered up with roses and bullshit. Well, fast forward to just a couple of days ago, Lonzo, she went viral for getting Blueface's face tattooed on her cheek. Big ass face tattoo of Blueface. Talk to me, dog.
Dude, first of all, I'm sorry if any of y'all have them out there. I don't understand the purpose of face tattoos. I don't understand.
It looks stupid. I never saw a face tattoo that I'm like, oh, that is cool. They all look stupid. And if you have one right now listening, I'm sorry.
I got moles on my face I can't stand. I know damn well a tattoo would drive me nuts. I had skin tags I had to get removed off my face, man, just because it was bothering the hell out of me to look at my face and see another nigga another motherfucking face stuck on mine. Come on, man. But you know what? I think baby got a couple of issues, man. I've seen her get thrown out of radio stations and just act a fool. And she's been going viral for so long. I guess she needed another reason to go viral, man. She did everything she can possibly do. And that's the problem with the internet, man. Somebody said it today on Facebook or YouTube. One of them, I was scrolling through one of my Instagrams or something, and somebody made a great point. Social media is the new crack. Social media is the new crack. Once you've gone viral, you want to go back any way you possibly can. Once you hit that, once you got the world talking about you, even if it's for a day or two, that first hit of having all that attention is addicting to some people, man. And folks got to keep bringing it back and forth as much as possible. And whatever I got to do to do it, they're prepared to do it. And I was listening to something the other day. We was doing my 5 mile walk in the morning. I don't know, I think it might have been a comedian, and they were saying the same thing, that once it's only a few ways to go viral. You got to show your ass, do something that makes you infamous, whether it be a shoot up a school or something super crazy, or be a super talented cat, or say some prolific shit about a gang of people like Cat Williams did. But his viral experience supersedes all the ass in the world. Huh? His viral experience, what he said and the way he said it, rang so many bells, rang what, 50 million bells around the world? Do I know an ass that ring that many bells so far? Have any ass ring 50 million bells? Bottom line, if I'm wrong, in the chat room, please help me understand. If I'm wrong, tell me what ass or what other stupid gesture or activity has rang that kind of bells. Can't think of that. So that shows you that intelligence and maybe a little snitching, a little dry snitching, go a long way. Okay, baby girl, I'm sorry she can't rap a gift. I tried to see her. She tried to rap. Nah, she fought. She didn't been with Blueface. She did all kind of other things, and it ain't worked for her. And people are kind of tired of her. She got a tooth knocked out. Here she was, a cute little track star. Probably was a daddy's girl.
She was a baddie. Woo.
Come on, man. Got a tooth knocked out. That took her viral. Okay. Got with toothpaste, Blueface. That took her viral. Had a baby by the fool. That took her viral. Found out the baby ain't here. That took her viral. Now he gone with somebody else, with another woman. So she needed something else to make her go viral, and putting his face on her face, a tattoo of his face on her face, got her some more attention. Attention is the new crack, baby. Keep on smoking.
Lonzo, it's funny that you mentioned that, because she just went viral just a few hours before our show started. Did you see, and I'm not one to talk about babies. But did you see the picture that went viral of her holding her baby and looking at the baby? And once again, Lord, please forgive me. I'm saying this the nicest way I can. That baby looked like mama was drinking and smoking during the pregnancy. Got one eye over here, one eye right here. Anyone who knows anything about alcohol fetal syndrome and who's even just looked it up on Google, there's something bad going on there. She just went viral again for the wrong reason.
Man, her pregnancy, it's okay. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. That took her viral because she had an ignorant ass attitude towards her pregnancy and jeopardized her baby's health in doing so. I hope it was a filter. I hope what you're saying was caused by a filter or
I hate to say it. You know how sometimes they catch us in bad light. Paparazzi takes 1,000 pictures. They're gonna catch Jessica, whoever yawning, and it's gonna look weird, right?
Right.
It could be that, but it could not be. Is all I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like my automatic, I think it's automatic truth says, I hate to see that, dude. Because why does the kid have to pay for the mama's ignorance? I've seen crack babies that were born blind and deaf because their mama couldn't put the pipe down. I've dealt with I've seen a lot of different situations, heard from the mama's mouth, crying and whole lot. Could nobody tell me nothing? My baby is blind or deformed, whatever the case may be, because I couldn't stop drinking. I couldn't stop smoking. But again, man, we in 2024. Yeah, nobody cares. That's the sad part. Nobody can stop her. Nobody would dare stop her. It's her baby. It's her right. It's her freedom. Man, what? Babies don't come with instructions, and so these are just stupid. These are just stupid.
Yeah, facts, man. Hey, talk to us about the crack baby epidemic, Lonzo. Many of us were way too young to understand it. In hindsight, I completely understood it, but even I was too young back in '84. I was 6 years old to really understand the epidemic of the crack baby. Talk to us about that.
Crack babies were some of the saddest things you ever want to see, man. You hear stories of babies that won't stop crying. Mamas get tired of them, put them in the oven, kill them. babies that just born shaking. Babies just have all kind of emotional problems, and a lot of them are deformed. A lot of them, some of them are born premature. It's really it was really a sad era, man. And and even in having a child, man, you always have the potential for having some issues. But to put your child in direct harm, direct fire for having some problems because you can't stop or you refuse to give up something that you think is a part of your life, something necessary in your life, that's the part that's really sad. And I remember it got so common, man. K-Day, John London had a show in the morning on K-Day, and he had a little skit called "Little Crackhead."
Yep.
The shit was funny from one perspective, but it was sad as fuck from another. And I forget. I think it was Omar. Was it Omar Bradley or somebody? I think it was Omar Bradley that got on his ass. John London. Yeah, I think it was Omar Bradley, the former mayor of Compton, got on his ass and made him pull that shit, man. Because that shit is something we deal with on a regular basis, and you can't make fun of that. I'm sorry. Your skits may be funny, but this is not it's not a laughing matter. And he manned up. He manned up and stepped up, and they pulled that shit. They pulled that shit. So and at that time, that was something that was necessary. It's necessary now, but if you decide to man up, you can become a target yourself. And that is what most people, including myself, including myself, I don't want that problem at my age. If I was a little younger, I wouldn't give a damn. A lot of shit I say because I can say and I should say. I probably should say more. I just don't want the extra heat. I don't want to go viral on no bullshit. I don't want to look over my shoulder. Oh no, because you can't help somebody who don't know they need help. You can't help anybody that don't know they need help. People got to be sick and tired, and people got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired for you to help them.
Damn, dude. I'll get these questions. Make sure you guys get your questions in. I'm copying and pasting everything. I want to keep it on the topic of Chrisean Rock and specifically parlay into tattoos. Let's talk about tattoos in general, Lonzo. Now tattoos in 2024 are commonplace. I have 8 tattoos, but if I don't want you to know, you won't know because I can easily cover them up. I'm not a dummy. I didn't get them on my neck and my face and stuff like that. But back when you were coming up, tattoos obviously weren't as popular as they are today. What were society's views on tattoos when you were a teenager, from the teenager's perspective and maybe even from the parents' perspective? What was tattoos?
If you had a tattoo, most of the time you saw tattoos on sailor, Marines, servicemen, bikers. Servicemen and bikers usually had the tattoos. The only tattoo parlors I ever saw in my life back in the day were at the Pike. When the fleet would come in, they get tattoos. OG Steve, I see you, baby. Thank you. In the days of the Pike, Long Beach Pike, they had tattoo parlors all over the place. And like I said, when the fleet came in or the bikers came to town, they would get their tattoos. And every once in a while, you see an interesting tattoo above the shoulder. You always saw arm tattoos, okay? You see arm tattoos because you can cover them up, with a shirt or whatever the case may be. You rarely saw a facial tattoo. Rarely. You might see a neck tattoo. I remember the first time I saw a guy had a tattoo that said, it was right across his neck. It said, cut a long dotted line. Same shit you saw on boxes and stuff. I thought that was cool, but I thought it was crazy. It didn't want to cut his throat. But again, it was some taboo shit, man. Nobody in my family ever had a tattoo outside of my daughter. She got one on her ankle. She read it right to this day. She got it so long ago.
I hate every one of my 8 tattoos, by the way. I thought they were cool as hell when I was 16, 17, 20. I hate every single one of my tattoos now. Everyone.
No, a lot of people, I'm starting to see people on Facebook having tattoo regrets. A few, especially models, they're really starting to hate. Because why would you? I mean, everybody got their reasons for doing what they do, but especially black folks. Some of you niggas need to leave them black ass tattoos alone.
Yo, you can't see shit.
You can't read this motherfucker, man. You can't read that shit. I ain't never understood what Kobe's tattoo said. I couldn't figure out Kobe's tattoo for shit. I know what that was. Huh? He had something on his arm. It was supposed to be a crown or something. I never figured out what it was. But I tell you what, Birdman, his tattoos were beautiful. Birdman played for, was it, damn it, the big white boy, what did he play for?
I'm thinking Baby from Cash Money. I was like, his tattoos are beautiful.
Birdman, he was a basketball player.
Somebody help us out.
Huh?
Somebody help us out in the comments. I'll look it up too.
Nuggets, Denver Nuggets. What's love, Mr. Light? Yeah, Birdman played for the Denver Nuggets. Man, his skin was so white, it was like writing on a sheet of paper, like a canvas. You can read all this tattoo. They was vivid. The colors were bright and shit. I don't know whether they used Dayglow ink or what, but it was a total difference. I can't read Shaq's tattoos. I can't read none of I mean, you got to get up on him to see them. Tattoos don't hold up well. It's like, nigga, you need to prime your ass first, then tattoo your ass. Prime that spot with some white, and then you paint the motherfucker. God damn. Okay.
In line, you killing me with that, dude. You say all the shit that everybody thinks, because I've thought that my whole life. Why would anybody that's like darker than me don't do it? Don't do it, because we can't see that shit.
I got a partner, man. See my tattoo, nigga. I thought you were working on cars. I ain't seen no tattoo. I can't see no. And then they want to use blue ink. Nigga, roll. That shit is not reflecting off your skin color. It's being absorbed. Okay, it's not reflecting at all. But it is what it is.
That's funny, dude. That's hilarious. Man, you brought up the name, so let's talk about it. It's been 4 years. 2020 started off to a very shitty start. This one made me cry, dog, and I rarely cry about shit like that, especially people I don't know. But we lost Kobe just 4 years ago, almost to the day. I think it was a couple days ago was 4 years ago. Talk about Kobe, man. Yeah. Talk about Kobe, and then talk about leading up to his death and how you felt.
I never met Kobe, but I always respected his work ethic. He was an asshole to a lot of people because they couldn't keep up with his work ethic. He was hated by a lot of people because he made people look bad based on his work ethic. The dude would grind. I saw just an interview of the day, an old interview he did. He said some guys get up, they work from 8 to 9 or 9 to 11, and they work again from 4 to 6. But what if you went to bed early and started work from 4 to 6 and 4 a.m. to 6, then come back again from 6 to 9, or 9 to 11, and come back again from 3 to 5, and again, dude, look how much better you would be than everybody else. And that was his attitude. He wanted to be the best. He didn't give a damn. And if he saw you just dragging ass or slacking up, he'd talk about your ass because he could. Not because he was arrogant. He was like, dude, you're on my team, and you wonder why you dragging your ass. I can't play with you when you dragging your ass like that. You can't keep up with me. And I understand that.
Yeah, that's facts. Who's the best player you've ever seen play, whether it be in person or on TV?
One of the most exciting players was Magic. For years, man. I love Magic. Magic was the shit. See, I think
behind the back passes and shit, like damn.
See, and I think that's what Magic brought to the game that a lot of cats didn't bring. A lot of guys are good basic players. Magic brought some excitement to the game. Big dude. I mean, he wasn't supposed to be doing what he was doing. Behind the no look passes and behind the back passes. And then the white boy, Jason Williams.
On the Lakers.
Jason
Russell.
No, Jason Williams, the white boy. He was on Sacramento, I think it was.
I was thinking Kurt Rambis. I'm sorry.
Oh, he might have been on the Kings or something like that. But no, it was a little white boy, Jason Williams. Y'all help me out in the chat room. Awesome. He took a lot of Magic's old moves. Allen Iverson was breaking ankles, dude. I never saw him play in person, But man, that dude, I mean, he go up against the best of him and didn't give a damn. And he a Gemini, so he got an extra point. But it was that that was the era that we grew up in. So it's hard to accept. It's hard to watch a game. I don't see that shit no more, man. It's hard for me to watch a basketball game. I'm expecting Showtime. I'm expecting something. I don't see it. It's like, it's cool. You get a couple of dunks from time to time, but I think a lot of these white chocolate. Thank you, Martin. I think a lot of the guys, they remind me of that show with Bernie Mac, Mr. 3000. Everybody playing for the video game. They're not trying to play for that, that superstar status. Vince, what's the name? Vince Carter. Them dudes, man, they was trying to do some shit that Superman couldn't do. That was a whole nother area. I don't see LeBron.
That Detroit Pistons team, there's nobody that can hang with them today, dog.
Dude, basketball, everything was more interesting back in the day, dude. I'm sorry. Everything was more interesting. I subscribe to a couple of the fight groups on Facebook. Man, you come in and see Tommy Hearns and Hagler get to tussling, and Roberto Duran and Hagler, and it was four of them, man. Four dudes in that middleweight category. All them motherfuckers was bad. Okay, they wasn't taking no shit, huh? Sugar Ray, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, and I'm missing somebody. Sugar Ray, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, and Tommy Hearns.
Tommy Hearns, tall guy, tall skinny dude.
Okay, and dude, all of them they were all built different, but they all had different kind of heart. Roberto, I saw a picture of him yesterday, in fact. It was a picture of him on Facebook. They were all hanging out with Larry Holmes. I didn't know Roberto Duran was that short. He's a short son of a gun, man. He was little compared to even Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray might be about my height, a little bit short. I think he's like 5'8", 5'9". I'm 6 feet, but you can see the difference in the size. And Tommy Hearns is like 6'2". Okay, he's string bean with long arms. Marvin Hagler was a tough son of a bitch. Okay, and it was just a different era, man. It wasn't no going to get no popcorn, come back to fight over shit, or you have a fight for 12. Back then, they was fighting 15 rounds for a while. Then they cut it down to 12. Wasn't no having a fight for 15 or 12 rounds, putting on some shades and going to the after party. That bullshit was not happening. The party was in the ER. Okay, you might have won the fight and still got to get a blood transfusion or some shit. Okay, you couldn't tell who won the fight by the bruises. There wasn't none of that running around the ring boxing shit. We fight, motherfucker. It's a different game. Same thing with basketball. Basketball. Good looking at
Thank you, Hologram MC. He said Tommy Hearns was an effing nightmare. Hearns was the man. I'm going back and watching all those in hindsight. That was such a fun time, man. Did you watch that No Mas fight? Everyone, that's probably the biggest one.
Hell
Roberto
yeah.
Duran. Oh, man.
Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard with the No Mas fight. I tell you what was the funniest fight I saw, though, was when Marvin Hagler and Hearns got into it, and Hearns was trying to run out the ring. That motherfucker hit his bicycle real time. Hey, nigga, hold on.
That's a classic scene, yeah.
Tommy Hearns was like, hey, he had to get on his bicycle real quick, get away from homeboy. He was putting hands on him, for real. Yeah, those were the good old days, man.
Yes. Sim Radio says, wasn't there a guy named Jack Johnson who fought 30-something rounds? Yeah, back in the day, early 1900s. They go 30, 50 rounds, man. Yeah. So Jack Sullivan's and all those guys, they stand like this.
Yeah. They stand like this right here. Okay. That's they shit right here. Yeah, Jack Johnson, they fought like 30-something rounds, and that was just his fight. Fighting 35, 40 rounds wasn't shit back in the day. You fought until somebody couldn't get up no more. Wasn't no bell, wasn't no technical knockout, wasn't none of that bullshit. But I remember one thing I do remember about that era. What's that dude's name? There's a brother. Every time he got in the ring, it was always some bullshit. He was a referee. Was it Richard Steele? No, Richard Steele was a little white boy.
Tall black dude.
All black
head?
dude. Huh? Brother.
Was it like an army guy, or he would always salute or something? Am I thinking the same guy?
Might be, but this one brother, he was every time it was a Don King fight and he was refereeing, it'd always be some bullshit. Don King had wrestling just one step above WWE wrestling. Okay. Richard Steele. There you go. Boy, hologram MC, much love to you. Richard Steele. When Richard Steele was was the referee and Don King was the promoter, Negro, bet on the bullshit. Bet your money on the bullshit. Technical knockout? Technical draw? What the hell is a technical draw? Some shit that nobody ever, all right? And the fight wasn't even finished. What the fuck what you doing? Technical draw. Huh? Come on, man. They did that shit. Because that was some gangster shit. Y'all didn't even see it. Y'all was some gangster shit.
Damn. Good old days, man. Good old days. We're halfway through the show, so let me remind everybody to hit that like button if you haven't already, and please hit that subscribe button if this is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear. You are tuned into N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo. That is Lonzo Williams, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. Do your Google search, go down that rabbit hole, and definitely check out his documentary that just was released a couple of weeks back. It's Eve After Dark on Amazon Prime, and only $1.99 to watch. It's a great trip down memory lane, especially if you're a real hip hop fan. Let's talk about some. You have anything else to say before we move on, Lon?
Go ahead, Doc. Do you think?
All right, cool. Let's talk about a few things, man. The STEM Radio brought up a question last week, and I purposely copied and pasted it. Let's talk some funny Lonzo stories. STEM Radio brought up 3 stories that are his favorite stories. So let's start with one that I don't know any of these just by this. I'm hoping you do, but the chicken story.
Oh, my brother, the chicken.
Tell us the chicken story. I don't think I remember.
We was kids, man. We lived in the county of LA, and the county of LA had different rules from the city of LA. And my dad being from Mississippi, my mom being from Louisiana, we had like a little farm in our backyard. We had a big ass lot. The house wasn't that big. House only 900 square feet, whole pad. But we had a big ass lot. And my old man behind the house, he had all kind of gardens and stuff. We also had a chicken coop. And there was a spot right on Central and right across Imperial Highway. We would go down and buy what they call them, biddies, baby chickens. And it might cost $2 a dozen. Whole bunch of them for like $2 or $3 back in the day. And my brother, he had a habit of naming these motherfuckers, right? He'd name them and play with them. Cause they baby birds, they put some food, feed in your hand, they eat at your hand and shit. And my brother was playing with them. He had a couple of them. He just liked a whole lot. My old man told him, hey man, don't fall in love with him. One day he gonna be breakfast or dinner. Don't fall in love with him one day. Oh, daddy, woo, 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 woo. So it got down to it. We killed everything in the chicken coop. It's just one chicken's time to go. And man, my brother, he was outside. My old man, what he would do, he would grab the chicken by the head and wring the neck and pop it. Okay, the head would still be in his hand, blinking and everything, blinking like a motherfucker, but the chicken would still be alive. And this particular day, man, this chicken took off running, and my brother was out in the backyard, and my brother was being chased by a chicken with no head around the backyard. He hollering and screaming the whole guy. Oh, he hollering. My daddy got the chicken head in his hand. My brother is running and screaming. This chicken ain't got no head around the fence about 4 or 5 times till the chicken finally died. Man, my brother was traumatized like a motherfucker. That's no bullshit.
I remember that. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. Oh, man. All right, the next one, Lonzo, is the hold my teeth story.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm at the current affair, my club, the current affair. Having a good night, man. I saw this lady crying. I said, baby, what's wrong? I think I saw the guy that's killed my son, my son and my nephew. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to do with it. All of a sudden, this dude come up, man, push me. What the fuck? We got Monty crying for woo woo. I said, man, hold on, calm down, Doc. I'm just talking to her because she said she thinks she thought the guy just killed her son and nephew, whatever. And homeboy, woo 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 woo. I'm like, dude, calm down. He stayed in my face. So I didn't want no shit to jump off in the club. We go outside in the park, and I'm still trying to be cool. And man, this motherfucker kept talking shit. All of a sudden, I look up, and he didn't piss me off. Now, fuck you. And the nigga we finna square off. Homeboy said, hold my teeth. And that's how this shit jumped off, man. This nigga, I didn't want to fight the nigga. That nigga told me I'm gonna hold my teeth. Nigga, this is too funny now. I can't get mad no more. And that's what it was.
These are classic. I'm glad you guys remember it. If you guys have any of your favorite personal Lonzo stories, comment down below and I'll copy and paste them. All right, the last one for STEM Radio is the white guy shitting in jail story.
My first time going to jail. I'm in Torrance, California. I got a 64 Malibu, bad tags. I done got tickets already. I'm thinking I done played past this ticket a couple times already. I'm in Torrance. Torrance don't give no niggas no love. They scooped my ass up, towed my car, put me in jail. And when they I'm in the holding tank, called my mama. My mama, she playing hardball. Oh, no, I told you get them tags fixed. The tags went for like $20, $24, $25. But they might have been $200 back then, okay? I ain't had no $20 for no damn tags. And damn sure they had no insurance. And then they brought in a bunch of cats from either the penitentiary or the county jail into the holding tank. And we sitting there, a bunch of rookies, punks or whatever, little busters. And they bring these big buff motherfuckers in the goddamn jail. And this one white boy, he got this shit. Nigga said, you ain't shitting in here, motherfucker. Woo, woo, woo. And homeboy took the toilet paper and put it under his head, made a pillow out of this shit. And like, ain't nobody shitting in here while I'm in here, okay? And I ain't had the shit, so I didn't give a damn. This white boy, he dancing like a motherfucker. This motherfucker is dancing. He damn near pop like he got his shit so bad. A few minutes later, they called all the guys from the county to go to court. And as soon as that brother hit that goddamn rack that gate, homeboy ran over there and grabbed that toilet paper and took a motherfucking monster dump. Brothers come back about 35, 40 minutes later. White boy wasn't dancing no more. Did you shit, motherfucker? Did you shit? And white boy said, he was scared to death to take that shit. That's true story.
These are great. All right, one of my personal favorites. The little Asian guy who kindly asked you to sit in his office. Start from the beginning.
When I was a youngster, I was a little different. I had a nightclub. I was talking shit to everybody. I had money, Jerry curl. You couldn't tell me much of shit. So I took my truck to the shop to get an engine overhaul. And homeboy told me, it'll be a week. Just be one week. I got to do a gig in about 4 or 5 weeks. I figured by the time he get it done, engine be broken and shit. So it's like a week before time to go. And this motherfucker still ain't got my truck fixed. So I'm going to go bang on him. Fuck him. Little bitty motherfucker. If he little bitty Charleston White size motherfucker. I know I can whoop his ass. And I'm like, me and my cousin walking to the damn shop. I said, look, man, I'm tired of you lying to me about my truck. Whoop, 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 whoop. And goddamn it, if my truck ain't fixed soon, it's gonna be some problems. He said, no problem. Go sit in the office and wait. I'll be right out. I'll be right in office. I go in this motherfucker's office and I'm sitting there getting comfortable. I look around the goddamn wall. This motherfucker got all kind of trophies from kicking ass in Korea. This motherfucker been whooping motherfucker. He got pictures of him kicking people over people's head, 6-7 feet tall. Look like, oh shit, he come in about 20 minutes. I got a good dose of this motherfucker's wall history. He come in the room. Is there a problem? No, take your time. No problem at all. Take your time, dude. He wasn't gonna kill me over no goddamn engine overhaul. That's no bullshit.
That's hilarious, bro. That's just the funniest, just as funny as it was the first time you told it, just like the STEM Radio said. Hey, you recently mentioned, and I just put a note, I don't remember when you mentioned it, I wish I had context, but you mentioned Unique Dreams. What is Unique Dreams?
That was Uncle Jam's Army before they flipped over to Uncle Jam's Army.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. Unique Dreams. It was Unique Dreams Entertainment and Disco Construction. We rocked the Alpine Village back in started in 1977. And I
Gotcha.
flipped over to
Gotcha.
Wreckin Cru, and he became Uncle Jam's Army.
Nightbreed asks, "Yo, Dusty Vision and Lonzo, do you think and feel you can do a better job at running Ruthless than Tamika with your business acumen?" I can't. I don't know shit about the music biz. What's your take, Lonzo? Do you
You know
think you
what?
could have run Ruthless better?
You know what? If we were in the record business, yes. This new music business, not. It's a difference. The record business versus the music business. People say widgets is widgets, but widgets need to be tangible to make widgets widgets. Okay. I don't know a lot about this new game. I could bullshit you and tell you about the algorithms, blah blah blah. I don't know it like I don't know this game like I knew the record business. The record business consisted of tangible product. You sold it. If it didn't sell, you got it back. If you got it back, you can sell it to or you can discount it and sell it to a rack jobber, or you can sell it overseas. There was ways to always get your money, and you can always count your money because you knew there was physical product to count. You knew your BMI check, your ASCAP checks are going to be a certain amount based on the amount of airplay. You never know for sure, but you had a good estimation of what kind of money you should be looking forward to based on the various playlists, how you was charting on the playlist, whether you were getting played on P1 stations versus P2 stations, or college stations. All these things matter. Nowadays, all these outlets, there's they're harder to follow in one way, then they're also very constricting on the other. I noticed if you register with certain people, you're only going to get paid from Sound Exchange, or you're going to get paid from Sound Exchange and or Sound Exchange and this other one. I forgot which. God damn it, I'm having a brain fart. But there's two online situations to get paid for. Sound Exchange, along with BMI. I still get my BMI checks. I get Sound Exchange, and there's one more that pays me for my publishing. And I get paid from CD Baby as well because I'm also registered with CD Baby. But it's confusing. A lot of these things just came about in the past 2 or 4 years. So a lot of artists don't even know about Sound Exchange. They don't know that they have royalties coming from Sound Exchange. I didn't know. I had no idea I had as much money coming from the Sound Exchange, and I wouldn't got my account. And one day I woke up and I thought it was Christmas time. What the fuck?
ASCAP.
No, not ASCAP. This is another one. This is another digital collection.
TuneCore?
Not cool. Yeah, they all
TuneCore. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
DistroKid are like digital distribution platforms. They do the same thing as ASCAP. They distribute your music to different platforms and collect your money and keep 10% or whatever their rate is. But it's another one I just signed up with a few months ago. It took me a while to get them lined up, but I can't think of it right now, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna try and look it up, see if I can figure it out right quick.
It's all good.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, no, man, no, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do it right now. I like the movie business a lot better. Being on Amazon, I know I get a certain percentage per play, and they're gonna get paid a certain day, and they're gonna make sure at a certain point they're gonna add commercials to it. And what we're going through right now is kind of a promotional procedure to see what kind of momentum we build before they put it on the regular platform. So it's all that, man. This is a little bit more tangible, and it's not as much money, but none of this shit is. Anything online, you pretty much getting screwed.
Most definitely.
Okay.
That's facts. Yep. All right. Well, big news for N.W.A. N.W.A. are going to be receiving the 2024 Grammys Lifetime Achievement Award. The group will be recognized for their groundbreaking impact on hip hop culture. The 2024 Grammy Awards will pay tribute to the rap group N.W.A, honoring them with a highly coveted Lifetime Achievement Award during this year's Special Merit Awards ceremony. All right, man, Lonzo, it's the early 80s. You're looking at Yella. You're looking at Dre. They're DJing in the club. You know, they're doing dumb shit in the street, fights and going to jail and stuff like that. Did you think in 2024 that these two gentlemen will be amongst a couple of others that you also know to be receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys?
No, it's not. You couldn't have fathomed how far away the possibility that was. You couldn't. You couldn't. In 1984, 85, when we was rolling together, you could not have fathomed the possibility of this remotely even happening. It's not. It was never. It was not in your mental capacity. Not available. Not available. And I'm look. I got an invite. Yella invited me to be one of his guests. I'll be down there Saturday. Yeah. That's why I call it the pre-Grammy show. He just sent me the information yesterday. I'm going out there to hang out with him, be a part of his crew, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud. I can't help but be proud of them, Doc. They're direct fruit from my tree, and it's like my grandson got picked up on Boise State. I do. It's all connected. It's all connected. So. I'll be there, rooting for him like a proud papa, man. So yes, I'll be there. I'll be in the house, and hopefully we'll be able to update a picture, man. I would love to get a picture of all five of us together, for the archives.
That's gonna be dope. And side note, you said your grandson was picked up for Boise State.
Yes,
he's gonna love it there. My stepbrother graduated from there. He's in his mid-20s now. Such a great city. It's building, it's growing. I don't know how close you are with him or anything, but just encourage him to maybe just venture out and enjoy his time there, because it's a cool little town, bro.
Okay.
No, Boise doesn't sound like it sounds Boise. Like, what the hell? No, they're little cities. I know, dog. It's gonna be hard to match LA, but it's definitely something that he's gonna enjoy. I personally think. Shout out to him. We gotta appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, man. So, all right. So 2024 N.W.A is receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. You said you feel like a father that's watching their kids. Do you think it's deserved?
Do you think it's deserved? Yeah, I think so. I think so. They said things, and one thing I noticed about awards, they give awards to the bold, to a lot of the bold and the unpredictable, and I think some of these awards are ways of them apologizing to people for not paying them attention in the first place. They didn't like people hated on the Beatles for a while. Okay. The Beatles got hated. Elvis got hated on. Elvis got hated on for a while. You can't shake your hips. And they were shooting Elvis from the waist up because they didn't want him gyrating his hips. They thought the Beatles was a bunch of commies because they had long ass hair. I didn't like Prince in the beginning. Mike was always a cool, but Rick was always kind of the sideways. That dude got on red pumps, red boots, standing by a street pole, holding the guitar. So.
What about Cameo with that red thing he used to wear between
the cod piece, But when you think about some of the people who have said prolific things, had prolific stance in the music industry, Elton John, Bob Dylan, all these folks, man, they at their time, they did things that nobody else had done. And that's what made them stand out. They weren't just followers, they were leaders. And that's why they are deserving, I should say.
Yeah, they definitely stand out as, I would say, most people who grew up, from my age to yours would put them in their top 5 rap groups of all time. I would say most inspirational rap groups, definitely.
They said what people were afraid to say at a time when it could be said. It wasn't supposed to be said at that time. That's why they caused so much hell. And eventually, the world caught up with them. Think about that, man. When they first started saying what they were saying, it was not being received And then all of a sudden, after the Rodney King ass whooping, they became national heroes because the people finally understanding what they were saying, and people could realize, oh, okay, oh, that's what they're talking about, and that made a big difference in how they were viewed by the public.
Yeah. Shout out to them. I really like the fact that they're getting focused on, we were upset, last year during the 50 years of hip hop that more West Coast representation wasn't, made, but I think this is dope. The spotlight's on N.W.A, and this is something that's going to go down in history. So this is very dope. Have a fun time, man. If you get an extra ticket and need a camera guy, holla at your boy. No, I'm just playing. Let's move on. I'm joking. I know.
Somebody else dropped out.
Yeah. I'm joking like a mug. Hey, Marlon says his favorite story from you is the dude with the hand cannon gun at the club.
Yeah.
Break that one down again.
When I first got to the club, Jeffy had a strict rule: no fighting in the club. One fight, you out of here. And these two guys ran into each other at the club. One big tall guy, and other little short guy. And they were about to get into it in the club. And my brother and Roscoe, who are bigger than I am, my brother's like 6'3", Roscoe's like 6'4", they helped me escort these guys out the club. So I'm in the front, I'm leading the pack, walk past my girl, go down the stairs, and the guy was in front of me. We kind of got a sandwich between us. I'm between the short guy, the back guy, the big guy's behind me, and my brother and Roscoe behind him. And but we hit the steps. Homeboy was in front of me, took off running, and I walked out behind him, and I wasn't paying attention, and I turned around. This motherfucker got a hand cannon about this goddamn big, like a Desert Eagle. My brother and Roscoe saw the gun before I did. They closed the door, and now it was 3 people outside the parking lot. And the homeboy is crying with the gun. Homeboy is behind me. He crying, Lonzo, move. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. I'm going to kill him. Homeboy, now Lonzo, don't move. He going to shoot me. Nigga, I ain't in this shit. So I start walking around my van. My van was parked right by the back door. I walked on my van like 4 or 5 times. Homeboy, man, Lonzo, please move. Please don't move. The other guy, Lonzo, move, motherfucker, move. And I'm sitting there, I'm nervous, and the motherfucker, I got a gun on me. My brother in the window, Lonzo, pull your gun out. Nigga, shut up. I got my little 25, nigga. I'm not pulling out my 25 caliber pistol against a goddamn Desert Eagle. Are you crazy? No, boy, you got a gun, Lonzo? No, I ain't got no gun, nigga. I ain't got no gun. So we went around the van about 3 or 4 times, man. It was really nerve-wracking for me. I'm in the middle of this shit, and all of a sudden, homegirl, just like a damsel in distress, baby, don't shoot him. I'm coming down. Bitch, hurry up, please. Hurry up, bitch, please. She came downstairs. She was crying. She talked to homeboy, and she talked to him, gave the nigga a hug and a kiss. Baby, please, I don't want to see you go to jail. And that nigga, her, and that big-ass gun got in the car and left. I wanted to kill my brother and Roscoe. Nigga, you had a gun. You could have. Nigga, I ain't going to pull out no Desert Eagle. No pistol against no Desert Eagle. You got your fucking mind.
So what's that Harlem Night scene?
Yeah, that's some real shit.
Put that shit down. The Harlem Night scene when
all I had was my 25, dude. And it was on my ankle too. Nah, this nigga here, I had this shit out. It was pointed at him. No. Shit, brother, nigga, shut up. Yeah, Doc. That's real shit.
That's funny stuff, man. That's funny stuff. We have a few more minutes. Jesse Garcia says, do you have any items from Eazy-E that are sentimental or even valuable memorabilia from Eazy or N.W.A?
You know what? I did Eazy shit, man, back in 2000, about 20, a while ago. And I still got a plaque and a couple of posters from that thing, man. And I got some t-shirts from they all think smalls and mediums, but those are some of the last things I did. Middleman Ace, Mossberg, and Eazy-E at the event Black Business Expo. Went for my nonprofit, the Hip Hop Hall of Fame and Entertainment Center, and I put them all on a plaque. My buddy made these nice wooden plaques. They're still in great shape, but I kept one. I kept a plaque. I kept a couple of posters, and I ran across them the other day after I was doing something in one of my cabinets. Oh shit! Okay, I still got some of this shit. So yeah, those are the only things I had. Me and Edie don't have no pictures together. We don't have no pictures together. Me and Cube don't have pictures together outside the ones we took later on in life. It wasn't folks didn't have cameras walking around in their pockets back then.
Yeah, and a lot of people have this thing I've seen in the comments in the past, not recently, but if you don't have a picture, it didn't happen. That if you didn't have a picture, you weren't that big of an influence in their life. You're lying. There ain't no pictures of you online. These people don't realize it was 1985, 1986. We didn't have, once again, cameras in our pocket, dog.
If you had a camera in your pocket or anywhere accessible, it cost you $10 to $12 to develop the goddamn film. Okay? It would cost you to develop the film. So and you had to buy the film, shoot the shit, then you had to buy the little cubes on top for the light. Man, y'all don't know nothing about this shit, okay? Y'all are spoiled as fuck. If y'all think shit, if you had a little Kodak, a Polaroid camera, a Polaroid to buy film for Polaroid was like $12. You only got 12 shots, and what no
retake
reshoot. Okay, when you fucked up, there wasn't you fucked up. Okay, what no
eyes closed and everything. Damn it. Eyes closed and everything. Damn.
I didn't give a damn. Okay, so most people didn't do that. Most of the pictures I got from Eve After Dark, my photographer who was a Polaroid dude, he had a professional Polaroid. That's what he did. I was his hustle. When you see me in the Eve After Dark, whatever the case may be, most of the pictures when I'm posing, most of them came from my boy Cowboy. Okay, people didn't walk around with cameras. You didn't have no. Only time you had a camera on a regular basis was at Disneyland. When you walk into Disneyland, they gave you disposable cameras, or you can buy a disposable camera for like $7 to $8. You still got to get the shit developed. Okay, miss with that bullshit. Okay, a video camera back in the day was $2,500 for a big ass VHS. Big ass VHS. I got one. Somebody gave me one on the humbug. Just, hey man, because I still got VHS tapes. They gave me one just to. I use it as a playback machine. Yeah, big motherfucker, about this goddamn big, clunky as shit. Yeah, nobody had that shit, man. No, dog. You know, it wasn't that kind of party. And you know, people forget, man, that 2024 ain't shit like 2084. That's 40 years ago, man. That's two different. 1984. I'm sorry, 1984. Them was two different eras, boy. Technology, the people, the attitude, the shit that y'all get away with right now would never fly in 2000 and never would have flew into 1984. The one phrase I say that people tend to have forgotten, the one law that nobody even enforces, is contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Damn.
You got to understand something. I'm going to say this to you because I said it before. I said it in one of my documentaries recently. At Eve After Dark, Dudo, Skateland, those are my three venues that I work with. My primary clientele was teenagers, youngsters. Mamas and daddies would drop their kids off at Eve After Dark, Dudos, and Skateland with the expectation of them coming out that motherfucker in one piece. They brought their kids to me. They didn't bring them to Jeffy. They brought them to me. When you are responsible for somebody's kids, you have a sense of responsibility that most people don't have. And that was something that the old man instilled in me, along with my dad. So when people brought their kids to me, I had to look out for their kids, man. I had to treat them like they was my own kid or my own family. I ain't never lost a kid, man. I ain't never lost one. Never. Every kid that walked in, walked out. Now, occasionally, might have had a black eye, might have had a shoe pin on his ass, but for the most part, they walked out. But they guaranteed to walk out the goddamn club. Ain't no corner picked up no kids on my venues. Now I did lose a kid. I didn't book the event. It was a kid that got killed at one of my clubs, but I didn't book the event. He was a grown ass man. He was not a kid. Okay, but I ain't lost a kid, and that's no bullshit. And I take pride in that, Doc. That's real talk.
That's what's up, Lonzo. Thank you for your contribution to hip hop. I'm sure me and everyone else in the chat and listening right now can agree that you are just as deserving of the Lifetime Hip Hop Award as the gentleman who will be receiving it at the Grammys this coming week. So, yeah, man, keep it up. Keep staying busy and keep spreading that West Coast hip hop history, man, because if you don't tell the story, no one will. Shout out to the chat. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you have not hit that like button yet, please make sure you hit that like button. Any last words, Lonzo?
You know how we do it, y'all. For those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre in the surgery, stuck Ice Cube in the freezer till he got cold, on the eve after dark, 50-yard line Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe that Hollywood bullshit, because it was all cap. My history goes deeper than you will ever know. Just remember that N.W.A. stands for Not Without Alonzo. We out.